I've always been very interested in multiculturalism and globalism and humanity. And what struck me when I was composing this was that despite the fact that we have different skin color and we speak different languages and we maybe worship different gods, we are all intrinsically connected as human beings, and that the emotions that one person feels, joy, love, sorrow, are shared across the globe. And in that way, we are all interconnected as a human species. The name Calling All Dawns actually comes from a quote by James Joyce, the Irish modernist writer, and it's from his book Finnegan's Wake. And the actual quote goes, calling all dawns today. And after I had structured the album in this format of day, night, and dawn, representing life, death, and rebirth, I stumbled across this quote and I thought it was the perfect way to encapsulate this idea of, summoning the dawn again and bringing life back to the world. 12 is a sort of special number. There are 12 months in the year, there are 12 animals in the Chinese horoscope, there are 12 notes in the scale, the Western musical scale. So yes, that number felt absolutely right for what I was trying to do with this album. Sung in 12 different languages, all dealing with life, death, and rebirth, became sort of a love note to humanity in a way. I wanted to include a Chinese classical text in this album because my heritage is Chinese, of course, so I wanted a little bit of representation. But also this text in particular, the words of the text made absolute sense in the context of the album I was creating. The concept behind the album is that everything is circular, and we live and we die, but we're reborn again. And the world is like that. Just as surely as the world turns and the sun also rises, life goes on. And so this particular text, where it talks about the path is all about returning, and the way is about returning, and life is born from death, it was the perfect text to use for this movement. The biggest obstacles were writing pieces in languages that I don't speak. I actually speak Cantonese, but I don't speak Mandarin. And so I needed a lot of help working through the Mandarin text and knowing how to use it properly in a musical context. And then after that, working with the singers, finding the singers to work with was actually very challenging as well. And to do that, I had to travel all around the world, places like Tokyo and Johannesburg, to find these singers to record with. I was looking for a text that, in a very short selection of words, encapsulated what I was finding. So there wasn't necessarily a deeper philosophical or religious reason behind why I chose this particular text, but I was drawn to the words themselves. I've always wanted to write music where, even if you don't understand the words that the singer is saying, you still understand what the singer is trying to say through the music. I don't think that music needs to rely on understanding the lyrics to be enjoyed, and so I try to craft my pieces that way. That said, part of the reason I wrote music in so many different languages is because I have a strong appreciation for the musical styles of those particular cultures. So in the opening song, Baba Yetu, which is sung in Swahili, I love African gospel music. I think it's wonderful. And I wanted to write something that contained that influence, but paired it up with my own orchestral Western sensibilities. Same with the Portuguese song. I love Portuguese vocals, whether it's fado from Portugal or bossa nova from Brazil. I mean, I think, the way that people sing around the world is very unique and very beautiful. And I just tried to capture a small part of that.